Victor Gaines.
Okay, we got a possible situation. We got 2 men, masked and armed. Drop your weapon! Got this. You guys move.
Gentlemen. Come on, Victor.
911, what's your emergency?
Now I'm taking my chances, laying it down, never letting go, never letting go. Yeah, I'm hoping for something to come along and never let me go, never let me go. When I get there, I will sing my song. Never regret giving all you got.
Morning, Jeff.
Now I'm taking my chances.
You decent?
Try to be. What, you run out of coffee down at the station, Chief?
Well, I would not say no to a cup.
But I assume that's not why you're here.
There was some serious action over in Boston last night. Attempted robbery of a brooch containing gems called the Lakshmi Emeralds. One of the thieves was shot during the attempt. He's still in the ICU. The other one got away.
Must be some serious hardware.
Valued roughly $5 million.
Oof, big money.
The brooch was being picked up from the Gaines and Associates auction house last night. To travel here.
Martha's Vineyard?
To the Pendre Hotel, to be specific. The Lakshmi Emeralds belong to Brittany Prajna.
Britt as in Zee's best friend?
The emeralds were stolen from her family over 60 years ago.
And you're thinking the action might be headed here?
Well, Britt's hosting an event over at the Pendre tonight to celebrate the return of this infamous family heirloom. All the Vineyard elite is going to be there. Thornbury Security is overseeing the transfer. You know, coordinating, of course, with Martha's Vineyard PD.
Well, Thornbury's top notch. You working with Mike Vincent?
You know him?
Well, he's ex-Boston PD. He offered me a job at Thornbury after I was discharged from the force.
Oh, actually, JW, that's kind of why I'm here.
Chief, I'm retired.
Special plainclothes detail, one night, and the pay is generous. Vineyard life's not cheap, and I know your pension's not going to take you that far.
You're not wrong.
You know, your father used to say you were the best detective in Boston. Well, from what I've seen, he was right. I would be a fool not to try to take advantage of those skills.
And do I have to wear a suit?
No. A tux.
Jeff, what do you think about the upgrade?
Your place looks great, Bob.
Change is the only constant in life. Well, that and good coffee.
Ain't that the truth? Fried clams, homemade tartar sauce.
Very nice. Peruvian dark roast? 1 sugar.
You know me too well. You hear about this? The Lakshmi emeralds?
Ah, yes. Lakshmi, the Hindu goddess of prosperity, wealth, and purity. Things of great beauty, like the emeralds, drive people to extremes. That's probably why the brooch is said to be cursed.
Cursed? I don't know about that. But something like this comes to the Vineyard, people tend to get a little overly excited.
To extremes.
Excuse me, sir. I am looking for a friend of mine. His name's Jeff Jackson. He's about your height, green eyes. Wouldn't be caught dead in a suit.
Your dad wanted me to wear a tux. That wasn't gonna happen. Last time I wore one of those, it was senior prom. It was powder blue.
Oh, I wish I would have seen that. If only you'd gone to school on the island.
If only. Well, I assume your dad told you that he hired me tonight.
Yes, Britt's very happy about it. So am I.
I'm liking the new hair.
Yeah, I thought it was time for a change.
Zee, looks like you got your man.
I may have mentioned offhand that my dad could use some extra security, and that was supposed to be between us.
So where's all this going down?
Oh, right this way.
Jeff Jackson.
Mike,
Long time.
heard about Boston. Sounds like somebody knew when you'd be picking up the gems.
Yeah, sure looks like that.
Z, Mike Vincent, Thornberry Security.
Director of Thornbury Security, actually.
This is Zee Madeiras.
Dr. Zee Madeiras, actually.
Excellent. Everyone's acquainted now. Britt, I've noticed quite a few hotel guests milling about. Could we go over the registered guest list, figure out who's coming and going?
I'll have Chelsea grab the logbook from my office.
Great.
So, the unveiling will happen here in the parlor. Vineyard PD will take care of the perimeter. My boys will deliver the package. I'll be on point. Jeff, you can drift. You're good at that.
Good at lots of things.
So I hear, Mr. Jackson.
Willard.
So you're thrice presidential, I hear. Your name? Jefferson Washington Jackson?
Ah, clever.
This is my godfather, Willard Guilford. He loves wordplay.
Pleasure. Britt's father and I were very close friends. I've looked after Britt since her parents passed away.
And he's been my confidant ever since. In fact, he advised me on all the upgrades to the pen drive.
And as Britt's family attorney, I've handled the return of the Lakshmi emeralds.
Well, I should get to work. Need to do a walkthrough of the grounds.
I'll join you. I know this hotel like the back of my hand.
Willard?
Chief.
This is that primary access point. We'll make sure that no unauthorized personnel come in or out of the hotel.
Well, if someone's gonna make a play for the emeralds tonight, I doubt they're gonna walk out the front door.
My great-great-grandfather gave them to his daughter. But when she fell in love with a peasant, he disinherited her. And worse, he got a holy man to put a curse on the emeralds.
You know, I'm thinking Vineyard PD should also patrol the courtyard. There's a lot of ground to cover out here.
It's better if we hold the perimeter. No one in or out.
That's the way you want to play it?
Anyway, my grandparents worked hard, saved, and built this hotel. When presidents and royalty visited the Vineyard, they all wanted to see the Lakshmi emeralds.
Until it was stolen right off of Britt's grandmother's dress while she was attending the opera.
Grandma said it was the curse catching up with her.
More like greed. It wasn't long after that until the emeralds disappeared into the black market, right?
Until a few years ago, when I finally believed that I had tracked them down. I held the brooch in my hand, only to discover that it was a fake. A well-crafted facsimile of the real thing.
Yeah, Willard was heartbroken.
Excuse me, Britt, I have that info you asked for from the logbook.
Oh, thanks, Chelsea. Chief?
Excuse me. Who was it that was trying to auction off the emeralds?
A month or so ago, a woman named Regina Fields brought them to Victor Gaines & Associates in Boston, completely unaware of their origins.
Yeah, fortunately, the Gaines gemologist recognized them and they froze the auction.
Victor Gaines contacted me. I confirmed that they were, in fact, the Lakshmi emeralds.
Speaking of, we should ready the package for transport. Mr. Guilford?
Mike Vinson seems to have everything under control.
Yeah, let's hope so. Evening.
Hey, are you coming in? The seats are filling up.
Ah, it's fine. I'm gonna stand. I'm on duty. So, can you point out any mucky-mucks that might have a special interest in the emeralds?
Well, the man in the glasses is Victor Gaines.
As in Victor Gaines and Associates, the auction house who identified the brooch, right? And who's the lady he's whispering sweet nothings to?
That's Rebecca Lane. She runs the Vineyard Art Museum.
We have an art museum? Never been.
Shocking. It's Britt's cousin Lloyd. I haven't seen him in years. He's not Britt's favorite.
Can't pick your family.
Okay, if everyone can please take your seats.
I'm gonna get my seat.
All right.
Well, welcome all to the Pendray and to this historic night. Thank you so much for coming. I especially want to thank my godfather, Willard Guilford, and Victor Gaines for all they've done to bring the Lakshmi Emeralds home at last. And a very special thanks to Freddie and Regina Fields. When Regina Fields brought them to Mr. Gaines's auction house, one of his experts recognized the Lakshmi Emeralds. Their provenance was verified, and so here we all are. In 1 week, I will be signing the brooch over to the Smithsonian, where it will be displayed alongside so many other priceless treasures. But during that time, guests of the Pendray will be able to see the Lakshmi Emeralds right here, as I will be wearing them. And now, the moment you've all been waiting for. Ladies and gentlemen, the Lakshmi Emeralds.
Now that's worth stealing.
And when my great-grandparents came to America, that was all they had. Not counting their love, of course.
Oh, I like that. Now, where in India did you say the brooch originally came from?
The gems themselves come from the Ajmer Rajsalam belt of Rajasthan. And they were cut and set into the brooch by a master craftsman in Jaipur. Pardon my intrusion, Adish Sharma. But please, call me AJ.
Culture India magazine.
I'm writing a comprehensive story on the history of the Lakshmi Emeralds. I was very much hoping I could arrange an interview.
I was actually just in the middle of doing that. Jackie Shaw, Vineyard Gazette.
So, sorry, I meant no offense. Miss Prajna, please call me. At your convenience.
Sorry.
Absolutely right.
You know, if someone cost me a commission on a $5 million sale, I don't think I'd be treating him like my best buddy.
Gaines has ulterior motives?
I think 90% of this crowd has ulterior motives.
Guys.
How does it feel?
Not too shabby, right?
Unbelievable.
So how'd it feel tonight, being back in the game? Better than hanging around waiting for the bluefish to bite?
This is a one-time deal, Mike. I'm retired.
Come on, Jeff. I heard the rumors. What happened to your partner was not your fault.
He wouldn't have been there if it wasn't for me.
Listen, you are too good a detective to be cashing in your chips and wasting away on this island. You remember that offer I made you?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it still stands. Come to Thornbury, be my number 2.
Thanks, Mike. But I'm exactly where I need to be.
What a night.
Oh, Zee.
Lloyd.
Hello, Britt. I'd embrace you, but I wouldn't want to damage the goods. Mr. Guilford.
Mr. Prajna.
Quite the fairy tale ending you've engineered for Britt. Completely disregarding my claim to the brooch.
Your claim is entirely false, Lloyd. Britt's grandmother's will made that very clear. Her Lakshmi emeralds were to be left to Britt.
The brooch, the hotel. Britt gets it all.
Lloyd.
Good luck holding on to it.
Everything okay?
Yeah. So, you don't want me to wear it tomorrow or whenever because what? Somebody's gonna try to take it off me at gunpoint or something?
It's definitely a possibility, yeah. You don't know how many armed holdups I've dealt with back in Boston.
But this is Martha's Vineyard.
We have crime here too, Britt.
My grandma would want me to wear it. Proudly.
Britt, listen to the professionals. I could never live with myself if anything ever happened to you.
You can wear it at the hotel from time to time, where there are security cameras and you're surrounded by trusted staff. But you need to lock it up here at night.
Okay. Yeah, you're right.
How often do you change that?
Every week. And only my assistant manager, Chelsea, and I have the code.
Nice security system.
Yes. Willard convinced me to upgrade a few years ago. Yeah. This is the right decision. Thank you, both.
Yeah.
All good?
All good. I'm gonna wrap things up and head home.
And I'll say my goodnights.
Good night.
Night.
Thanks, both of you, for today.
Happy to help, Red. After all, I did get paid.
Well, I'm grateful you took the gig. Good night, guys.
Night.
Take care, Britt.
Your dad take off?
He said something about a basket of fried clams calling his name.
Ooh, doesn't sound half bad.
You asking me to dinner?
No, not dinner. Just beer and clams.
Well, all right then. Thanks for everything tonight. You were pretty great.
Well, I am a well-trained former officer of the law, so...
What?
Oh, it's just the tartar sauce. I mean, I'm just saying you should try my tartar sauce.
You make tartar sauce?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah? I'm sorry, how did a mainlander get so cocky about his tartar sauce?
It's not like I grew up in Iowa. You are aware that Boston is renowned for its seafood, are you not?
Sure, if you can even call mainland cuisine seafood.
And you're calling me cocky? Truth be told, my dad taught me his recipe for tartar sauce that last summer that I spent on the vineyard.
Ah, yes. That was quite the summer.
Yes, it was.
We were such kids.
We didn't think so at the time, though, did we?
Well, look at us now, all grown up.
Well, you're grown up. I'm still pretty immature.
Wow.
So, Am I wrong?
Yeah, no, what these need is my homemade tartar sauce.
Oh, you make tartar sauce.
I don't make tartar sauce. I bring it to life.
Bold statement.
It is. Britt, what's up?
See, I think there might be someone in my house.
Britt, call 911 and get out of there. Britt!
Oh, no. Okay, so let me know when anything changes. Thank you. So, she has a concussion. She has a hairline fracture of the skull, which is causing cerebral edema, swelling of the brain. It will subside, but she does need to stay here for a day or two.
I'm sorry. I should have known.
No, Mr. Jackson. It's because of you and Zee that she's still alive. If anyone's to blame, it's me. Helping bring that accursed brooch back to this island. I love that young woman like a daughter. There's nothing that I wouldn't do for her.
Any ideas?
Well, we all heard her cousin Lloyd threaten her tonight at the event.
I think he has a place near Vineyard Haven.
I'll run him down for a little chat. Thanks, guys.
Yeah.
What's up?
I was just thinking if someone broke into her house, they're probably targeting the hotel, too.
Okay. Did you see that?
Yeah. Come on.
It's okay, everyone. Please stay calm.
Hello? It's Jeff and Zee. We need to check the safe.
Yes, of course, right this way.
Wait. Let me see that.
No.
It's gone. The keypad and the fingerprint reader were both ripped out. Brooch was on the second shelf. It's the only item that was taken.
Tell the chief we got something.
Take a look at this. The main breaker was shut off.
What's this? Somebody intentionally cut the power.
Power went out about 11:45, so let's start at 11:30.
Well, the basement camp's completely blacked out. You know, the thief didn't have a lot of time to bypass the locks and get out of the hotel unseen.
These look like your guests?
I mean, yeah, I think so.
Look.
He's trying to hide his face. He knows he's on camera. Chelsea, scroll back to before the power went out. Keep going. Let's see if anyone passes through who might resemble our guy in the hoodie.
We're gonna need to look at anyone who was at the event who had any kind of connection to the brooch.
Well, obviously Cousin Lloyd.
Already on the list.
Victor Gaines from the auction house?
The couple who returned the brooch.
The Fields, yeah. Freddie and Regina, right?
Right. And then, of course, Willard, but I just really don't think he's a suspect.
Already called him. Voicemail.
Pause it. You recognize him, Z?
Oh, that's the waiter.
Same build as the guy from the front door.
Well, whoever he is, he just went to the top of the list. The ferries and the airports are shut down till tomorrow. The Coast Guard will be patrolling the marinas, make sure there's no midnight departures. See you in the morning.
Good night, Dad.
Night, Chief.
Good night, JW.
Thanks again for helping us tonight.
Yeah, of course. You worried about Brad?
Yeah, but she's tough. She'll be okay.
Let me get you home.
Okay.
You know, there's one thing that's still bothering me.
What's that?
That you assume you make better tartar sauce than I do.
Come on. You'll see.
Another late night for you, huh?
You could say that.
Behind every great fortune lies a great crime.
Huh?
Balzac. What about the theft at the Pendray?
How'd you hear about that?
Nothing travels faster than light. Exception to bad news. Jackie posted the story last night.
Last night? How'd she get it that fast?
I don't know. Why don't you ask her?
Jackie?
Jeff, I hear you were there last night when the Lakshmi emeralds were stolen.
Who told you that?
You know I can't burn my source. Do you want to give me a statement?
You know the rules. Talk to the chief if you want a statement.
I already tried. He gave me nothing. But I figured you and I have a much better relationship.
Oh, do we?
What do you say?
I'm sorry, Jackie, but you have a wonderful day.
Morning, JW.
Morning, Chief.
I wanted to let you know I stopped by Lloyd Progna's house. No answer, no car in the drive. Hasn't been seen at the terminals. But we're looking. There's gonna be a lot of people to question. I know the last time you helped us out, it was supposed to be a one-time thing. I hate to ask.
I was kind of hoping you would. You know, this is more than just a $5 million family heirloom. Someone went after Britt, put her in the hospital. Zee could have been with her.
Yeah. Where do you want to start?
Well, have you located that mysterious little waiter?
Nope.
Then why don't I start with Stan over at Vineyard Island Catering? They work the job.
Sounds good.
We'll find this guy.
Yeah, I recognize him. Last minute hire, Rodney Emerson. He's supposed to pick up his check this morning, but he no-showed.
Figures.
Tried his number, but it's no longer in service.
Well, it says here he lives at 4 Yawkey Way. That's Fenway Park.
Oh, yeah.
Guy's got a sense of humor, I'll give him that. Hey, thanks, Stan.
Okay.
Can you run priors on a Rodney Emerson?
Yeah, I'll have O'Connor run him through the system. Oh, hey, listen. I tracked down the Fields. Those people who had to give up the brooch, it turns out they're staying on the island. It's right near you.
Text me the address.
Yeah.
Britt, I'm so sorry. I mean, at least I'm alive. But I just got the emeralds back. I know. You know my dad has the entire force working on it, right?
How did Willard take the news?
I actually don't know. We haven't been able to reach him.
Yeah, we were in disbelief when we heard what happened.
Even in a lovely place like this, such a violent crime like that could be committed. But of course, I should know that.
And why's that?
Regina was mugged twice outside our brownstone.
But I've taken the necessary precautions.
Good for you. May I ask your whereabouts last night?
We were in town for a while. We heard some music at the Duke. We're not under any kind of suspicion, are we?
I'm just working in conjunction with Vineyard PD, and we're going through the necessary protocol.
Well, as my husband said, this was all quite a shock for us.
I bet it was an even bigger shock when you realized that the brooch didn't actually belong to you.
Yes, it was.
Of course, when I bought it at an estate sale, I had no idea it was stolen goods.
And no one did. Gaines said it's probably changed hands dozens of times.
Did you know Victor Gaines previously?
Only by name. We brought the brooch to him for appraisal.
We certainly didn't expect to learn that what we had were the Lakshmi emeralds.
Of course not. But it was Gaines who invited you to the event at the Pendray.
Oh, we wanted to come. See that sweet girl's family heirloom returned.
Well, thank you for your time. You plan on heading back to the mainland soon?
We actually have the rental for another 2 weeks. We were hoping to enjoy our time on the Vineyard.
Good. Well, enjoy.
Thank you.
Yep.
I really don't know, sir. Maybe I can just take your number and give you a call, or... Oh, Zee, maybe you can help. This gentleman is asking about Britt.
Oh, what about her?
Yes, I'm AJ Sharma. I'm writing a feature article for Culture India magazine about the Lakshmi emeralds.
Right, I remember you from the event.
Yes. I'm working on a piece about Indian immigration into America told through the specific story of Britt's family. I was hoping she could fill in some blanks.
Unfortunately, Britt's in the hospital.
Oh. Is she all right?
Yeah, she'll be out in a day or two.
Good. Well, please let her know that I'll be on the island for another week, and I'm available whenever she has time. I really need to talk to her.
I'll let her know.
Thank you.
Then they said they're staying on the island for another couple of weeks.
Well, they must be pretty miffed. Losing a $5 million brooch and then see it stolen?
You would think, but they played it pretty close to the vest. Any luck on Emerson?
Well, we ran triers and found a connection between our waiter friend here and this thief, Sean Murphy.
That's the guy Thornbury put in the ICU. He was the one who was trying to steal the emeralds outside the auction house. He's still in a coma.
So then Emerson must be the driver who got away.
We got patrols out going door to door. We will find him.
And what about Victor Gaines?
I called the auction house over in Boston. They said he was not available.
They say, why not?
No.
So you thinking he's still on the island?
Well, we got people out looking for him and for Cousin Lloyd.
All of a sudden, everyone seems to be MIA.
Hey, Zee, what's up?
Jeff.
Hey.
JW has graciously consented to help us out.
That's great. I'm here because Britt's awake, so you can talk to her if you want to.
Oh, I do.
And I called Willard again to tell him what happened, and there's still no answer.
Huh. Why don't you and I swing by, tell him in person?
Okay.
Keep in touch, guys.
Will do. Let's take a look around.
Jeff, is that a tie?
That's Willard's.
Willard! Willard!
Zee.
Oh, no.
He's dead.
Hey, You okay?
When we were kids, he used to take me and Britt sailing. Do you remember that beautiful boat he had, Dad?
Sure I do. He was a good man.
No sign of forced entry in the house, Chief. Nothing appears amiss. Coroner showed up.
Yeah, send him down.
Did you find something, Zee?
Well, no blood, no blunt force trauma, but I found these. It's nitroglycerin.
He had a bad heart.
So, cardiac arrest?
He's got some odd cutaneous marks here, and some more here and here. And then do you see these abrasions on his wrist?
Looks like he was tied up. You have any idea what might have caused these marks?
No, but he was clearly under duress. And given that he had a heart condition,
So, we're likely looking at a murder.
yeah.
You find anything on the security footage, Chief?
We're still going through it.
And what about Lloyd Prajna?
He's not answering any of his phone calls. We got to find Rodney Emerson yesterday.
Hey. Do you mind helping me? Telling Britt?
Yeah, of course.
Thanks.
Come on.
This is so awful. Maybe the legend is true. You know, like the Hope Diamond. Maybe the brooch is cursed. I never should have had it brought back here.
Britt, don't even go there. It's not your fault. Thanks. I'll take them. Here.
Thanks. It's from Willard. He must have sent them before. Sorry, Zee, can you?
Yeah. My darling Britt, your safety means more to me than any gems. Let the brooch stay buried in the annals of time. We must discard the transient and seek the true. For that, I hope you'll return to the works of Clifford Moncrief. They are a light in the darkness. Love, Willard. Who's Clifford Moncrief?
I don't know.
Why do I feel like I know that name? It's late. Gonna head home?
I still gotta do Willard's autopsy.
He's gonna be okay?
We need to know how he died.
You know, I was thinking I might head back over to the Pendray, get a nightcap.
You're going back to poke around, aren't you?
You're getting pretty good at this whole detective thing, huh?
Yeah.
I'll check in later. I'll take a beer.
Hello.
Here.
No, I'm so happy that you called it.
Thank you.
I get something
So, how was the game? I hope I'm not interrupting.
Can we help you?
Jeff Jackson, friend of Britt, Prajna.
Oh, yes, of course. You were at the event.
Mind if I join you?
We were just...
Discussing our dealings in the art world.
Dealings? As in $5 million emerald brooches? You have any idea where that might have disappeared to?
Well, I imagine it's already on the black market.
You seem pretty confident. You have a lot of experience in that sort of thing.
No, just an assumption, actually. I don't know anything about that side of the business.
You know, Jeff, I'm sorry, but if you'd excuse us, I think we'd like to continue our evening.
Of course. Just one more thing. Victor, you seem pretty chummy with Willard Guilford.
Well, our paths have crossed over the years. I consider him a friend.
Well, I hate to be the one to tell you this, but Willard was found dead earlier this evening.
What? How?
We believe he was killed.
Well, it's This is shocking to hear about Willard, Mr. Jackson. I don't know anything about his death, but please, if you could excuse me, Rebecca, we should go.
I think so.
Night. Hello.
Hey, Jeff, it's Stan. That guy you were looking for?
Yeah, Rodney Emerson?
Yeah. He just came by to pick up his paycheck, and I got a local address for him.
Hey, thanks, Stan. Could you text it to me?
You got it.
Okay, no laceration, but you have a heck of a contusion.
I would have ran the guy down, but it's a bit harder when you're seeing double.
Shouldn't even have been here without backup.
Couldn't let him get away.
It seems like he did.
Fair point.
This will help reduce swelling.
Ah! Quite the bedside manner you got there, Doc. Is that how you take care of people back in New York?
They're better behaved.
So how'd you get into that business anyway?
Well, growing up, it was just me and my dad. And we took care of each other. It just got to be something I was good at and something I enjoyed. There's a lot of people who need taking care of in New York. And I needed a change. So.
Then what brought you back?
That was a different kind of change.
Very mysterious.
Yeah, whatever you say, Detective.
JW, you okay?
Oh, he'll be just fine.
Anything in there that might help us find this guy?
I'm afraid not, but I just heard from the station. Lloyd Prajna's neighbor called in a tip. Lloyd is back home.
Well, let's go pay him a visit.
Yeah.
Hey, thanks.
Anytime.
Hi, Lloyd. Remember me? I'm Chief Madeiras. This is Jeff Jackson.
We'd like to ask you some questions. Yeah, what about? Willard Guilford?
Willard sent you over here to hassle me, huh? Doesn't he have better things to do?
Not anymore.
Well,
Lloyd, Willard Guilford is dead.
oh, and you think I had something to do with it?
You had an altercation with Britt and Willard at the Pendray, night of the event.
Hey, look, I was just upset about the brooch. Okay, I had fair claim to it.
And Willard was the only one standing in your way.
I wouldn't kill him.
Where have you been since the event?
I was out on a friend's boat.
What's your friend's name?
Sam something. I just met the guy. Okay, and unless I'm being charged with something, I'd really just like to catch up on some sleep.
You know this guy?
Nope.
And you don't know anything about the missing brooch?
If I knew something about the $5 million emerald brooch, do you think I'd still be here?
Don't make any vacation plans, Lloyd. Is that how you do things in Boston?
Not typically. I'm not a cop.
Fair enough. Good idea.
Text me that, will you?
You got it. This car could be a match to Cousin Lloyd's. Same size, same shape.
Well, so are half the cars on the island.
I'm waiting on a warrant to search the property, including his car.
Chief, got something. The keypads were pulled and exposed, but they weren't hacked. Whoever did it used a code.
But Britt and Chelsea are the only ones with the access codes.
This time code here matches the time when Britt put the brooch in the safe. So that's Britt's code, just like all these used before it. Except that one, the last code used. It's different.
Someone had a master code. A backdoor into the safe that nobody else knew about.
Right. Now, the fingerprint reader itself was clean, so we couldn't pull an actual print off it. But when it's scanned, the print creates a data file. So like the access code, the last one used is different than all the other ones.
So the print and the codes are different than Britt and Chelsea's, but they still worked.
But why would the burglar rip out the keypads if he could bypass them with a code?
To make it look like he couldn't.
There's something else. This is the security footage from the night of the event. I matched 2 camera angles.
That's Rebecca Lane.
Yeah, and she's talking to Emerson.
Print that for me.
Who wants to take a field trip to the Vineyard Art Museum?
Ah, wonderful, thank you. Oh, something tells me you aren't here to enjoy our art.
Hi.
Hello, Chief.
Can you tell us what you know about this man, Miss Lane?
Not a lot.
You two look friendly.
Well, he was working the event. His name is Rodney something.
Emerson.
That's right. I was introduced to him by Victor Gaines.
How does Victor know him?
Just an associate from Boston. That's all he said.
Well, thanks for your time, Miss Lane.
Of course.
If she's telling the truth, that means Victor Gaines knows Rodney Emerson.
Well, Victor Gaines was expecting a nice percentage from the Lakshmi Emeralds auction, which got completely pulled out from under him.
Maybe he's the big-time guy behind the small-time thief, Emerson.
Either way, Victor Gaines knows more than he's letting on.
You read my article?
Yeah, it was good. You know, I actually wanted to offer you a lead on another story.
I'm all ears.
Willard Guilford's dead. Autopsy says induced heart attack, likely after some kind of violent interrogation.
That's
horrible. Yeah. Obviously, you should talk to the chief and Dr. Madeiras if you want any official statements.
Jeff. You know I don't burn my sources, but circumstances have changed.
Meaning?
Willard Guilford was my source on the stolen brooch.
Because he's the one who stole it.
So you think Willard stole the brooch?
Britt told us that he advised her on all the upgrades to the Pendray. And it makes sense that he would have a master code and a thumbprint to get into the safe.
Yeah, but why would he betray her like that?
That I don't know.
Well, she was released this morning. We need to go tell her.
My grandfather was particularly proud of his work in preserving the North Cove lighthouse. It's now a museum in his honor.
Oh, I'll have to go and visit.
Yes, I could give you a tour.
Thanks, Britt. I have to say I was surprised to hear from you after what's happened.
Well, that's actually the reason I called. Everything is being sensationalized, and I just, I'm so sorry. Can we continue this another time?
That's no problem.
Mr. Jackson.
Fields anyways.
Mr. and Mrs. Fields, this is Dr. Zee Madeiras.
Yes, I saw you the other night at the event.
Yeah, that's right.
Which feels like a lifetime ago. Any luck locating the emeralds?
Not yet. Excuse us.
Of course.
AJ, my friends, Zee and Jeff. AJ is
Writing the magazine feature, I remember.
Well, nice to meet you, Jeff.
Yeah.
Thank you again, Britt. And I will take you up on that offer to tour the lighthouse.
Definitely. What now?
Good morning, Mr. and Mrs. Fields.
Let's take a walk.
That No, that makes no sense. It's absurd to think he stole the brooch.
Britt, Willard's the one who advised you to install the new security system, right?
Yes, but...
Did he have a master code?
Can't something like that be hacked?
Well, yes, but we know it wasn't.
If it was him, then someone made him do it against his will. That's the only explanation.
Do you think it might be possible that someone made him do it, like Britt said?
Maybe. And Willard's not just gonna give up the brooch, which would explain why he was tied up and interrogated. Now, his killer wasn't trying to find out where Britt was keeping the brooch, but where Willard had hidden it.
Which begs the million-dollar question. Sorry, slow day.
No. What is the million-dollar question, Bob?
Did Willard reveal where the brooch was hidden before he died?
I think we should take a closer look inside Willard's house. Maybe it's been there the whole time. Sheesh. So this is how the other half lives.
Looks like someone else thought the emeralds would be here.
Yup. Chief.
JW, I just talked to Lloyd Progna's neighbor. He left with a packed bag 20 minutes ago. It looks like he's skipping town. Got O'Connor going out to the airport. You're closer to the ferry. Can you get there?
Yeah, we're leaving Willard's now.
All right.
Hey, Zee, we gotta go.
What's going on?
There he is. Stay here. Lloyd? Lloyd! 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 Get out of the way! Lloyd! 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 Listen, Lloyd. My back's killing me, so I really don't want to fight you. But I'm pretty sure I'd win. So what do you say? You done? Come on, let's go.
Are you okay to drive?
Yeah, it's just flaring up a little.
Hey, Jeff. What happened that night?
What night?
You know what night.
What happened was that my partner and I got in a firefight with a suspect. 38 Special. That's what we called him. Because he killed with a 38. We were tracking him for a while. My partner and I both got hit. But only one of us died. Now you prepare for it, but you never really prepared for it. And one thing's for sure. Got a 38 caliber slug in my back. To make sure I never forget.
A 38? Are you sure that's what you were shot with?
I mean, yeah. You know, that's what the perp carried. Why?
When you first came to see me, the x-ray of your back did not show a 38.
What are you talking about?
whatever's in your back is a different caliber bullet.
Are you sure?
I would bet my career on it.
Because that would mean there was a second shooter that night.
I think it's possible that whoever actually shot you is still out there.
It's a simple question. Why did you run?
I'm not gonna say anything without my attorney present.
How'd you get that cut on your hand, Lloyd? Breaking into Willard's house?
Attorney.
So Lloyd isn't talking? Yet?
You think he did it?
Well, he's definitely hiding something.
How do you know?
People tend to deflect when they have something to hide.
Huh.
Like you.
Like me?
Outside Emerson's place. When I asked you what brought you back to the island, you dodged the question. That must mean...
That it's personal. I came back because of a guy.
A guy?
Mm-hmm. The guy who was my fiance.
You were engaged.
Mm-hmm.
So? What happened?
Well, it's Willard's toxicology report. Okay, so in addition to taking nitroglycerin, he was also taking angiotensin receptor blockers. His heart was giving out.
So he didn't have long to live.
No. Why would someone steal a priceless brooch if they aren't even going to be around long enough to enjoy the benefits?
The last thing that Willard said was that he would do anything for Britt.
Right, so...
And he made it look like a burglary, not an inside job.
So he could throw the suspicion from himself.
Unless he staged it to look like a burglary. So people thought the brooch was actually stolen to protect Britt.
By stealing from her?
Remember how upset he was that night at the hospital? I mean, Britt could have been killed. The brooch was putting her life in danger. But if people thought it was gone forever, she'd never be at risk.
Right. So to be sure she'd never be at risk, he told Jackie Shaw about the burglary that night, so she could run with the story right away. Yeah, that actually makes sense. But what I don't understand is why he wouldn't just tell her before he did it.
Again, to protect her, so she wouldn't be implicated in a crime.
We have to talk to Britt tomorrow.
Yeah. Tell her the potentially good news about Willard and the potentially very bad news about Lloyd.
That makes so much sense about Willard.
And it means the key to finding his killer is finding that brooch.
I gotta tell you, I find it hard to believe Lloyd would... I mean, I know he's unpleasant, but I don't think he's a murderer.
Hello, everyone.
Hi.
Sorry to intrude.
We're just so glad to see you're up and about. But deeply sorry to hear about Mr. Guilford. He was a lovely man. It's shocking.
Thank you.
Have there been any leads? Any closer to finding out who did it?
The investigation's ongoing.
Well, if there's anything we can do, please let us know. It'll have to be over the phone, though. We're on our way to the ferry now.
Thought you mentioned you'd be staying on the island for the next couple of weeks.
That was our original plan. Unfortunately, there's some pressing business that needs my attention.
Ah. Well, safe travels.
Thank you. Take care.
Bye.
Hey.
I assumed you asked me to meet you so you could give me another scoop.
No scoops just yet. Asked you to meet me because I could use your help.
I'm listening.
When you covered the Lakshmi event, did you get any background on Freddie and Regina Fields?
Freddie Fields comes from a very wealthy family. A known art collector, he recently offloaded several pieces, but nothing nearly as valuable as the Lakshmi emeralds. His wife, Regina, runs a nonprofit, has been honored for her philanthropy.
So, by all accounts, good people.
Maybe.
What about Victor Gaines?
Seemed pretty straightforward. A few newsworthy auctions, but nothing notable in his personal history.
I want to know more about Gaines and Associates. You have anybody back in Boston that could dig into them?
Could make a few calls.
I'd owe you one.
Yeah, you really are running up a tab.
I'm good for it.
Oh, my grandmother loved attention. The parties and the headlines, and I mean, she was that way until she died. Quite the character. I think that's why we had so much fun together.
Yeah, she really knew how to make life interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Wonderful. I'd like to offer my condolences for Mr. Guilford.
Thank you.
He had spent quite some time tracking down the emeralds, no?
Yeah, he did. He was happy to finally bring them back here. It's where my grandmother would have wanted them.
Yes, he had told me the story of when they were originally stolen. The curse, catching up with her.
Yeah, that was a story he really liked to tell.
Did Willard put any credence in the curse?
No, not really.
It's just that with the history of the brooch, it doesn't seem so far-fetched.
I'm sorry, how do you mean?
Well, the attempt in Boston and the attack on you, Britt. Theft of the emeralds here, and now Mr. Guilford's death?
Yeah, but the curse can't be real.
Who can say?
You know what, why don't we take a break?
Of course. We'll finish this another time.
How's Britt holding up?
Oh, she's fine. We actually just met with AJ Sharma, the writer from Culture India magazine.
How was that?
I mean, she loves talking about her grandmother, but he just kept bringing up Willard. And it seems like he's obsessed with the curse.
You think that's just a story angle?
I don't know. I mean, I feel like I'm being paranoid ever since the brooch came on the island.
Zee, you and I both know curses don't exist. It's Jackie Shaw. Asked her to run something down for me. Hey, Jackie.
10 years ago, Victor Gaines was charged with attempting to sell stolen jewels on the black market.
Well, then how come it didn't show up on his record?
His lawyer had it expunged, buried it. One of my contacts dug it up. I'm gonna email it to you right now.
Yeah, thanks. Looks like we need to have another conversation with Victor Gaines. Hi. We're looking for a guest by the name of Victor Gaines. Thanks. Have some more questions for you, Mr. Gaines.
Can this be brief? I have somewhere to be.
When I saw you at the Pendray bar, you told me you had no knowledge of trading on the black market. But 10 years ago, you were charged with smuggling jewels out of Europe.
Those charges were dropped.
Yeah, because the key witness died 2 days before the trial.
It's awfully convenient for you.
As a matter of fact, it was quite inconvenient.
Can you explain?
I was innocent. If the case had gone to trial, I would have been completely exonerated. When the witness died, the prosecution decided to drop the case, but the damage to my reputation had been done. Now, if that's all.
That's not all. What can you tell me about your friend Rodney Emerson?
Who?
The waiter you introduced to Rebecca Lane at the event.
Yes, of course. It was a surprise to run into Rodney. He did some janitorial work at my building.
At the auction house?
Yes, that's right. Now, if we're done, I really must go.
What's your intuition telling you?
That was a total waste of time. How about yours?
Ridere ad fontem.
Huh? Latin?
It means return to the source. Rebecca Lane is connected to Gaines. Who's connected to Emerson, but who connects them both to the brooch?
Willard Guilford.
Yes.
Hey, wait a second.
What?
What do you think about tracing this from the thief's perspective?
Oh, okay.
Come on.
Yeah.
So he breaks this window, lets himself in.
Right.
With what? I mean, there's nothing here. Wait a second.
What is it?
It's a piece of flashing that protects the glass. Must have got jarred loose when the window was broken. I didn't notice it before.
Wait, that's blood. So he broke the window with his hand.
And who do we know has a cut on their hand?
I want to remind you that my client is here voluntarily.
Your client is here because his blood was found on the smashed door at Willard Guilford's estate.
The same estate that we found Willard's dead body. Maybe he was there to try to cover up some evidence.
You have nothing connecting him.
No, it's okay. I'd heard rumors Guilford stole the brooch. When he was found dead without the brooch, I thought maybe he might have hidden it somewhere. In his house.
So you broke in?
All I did was go in and look around, okay? I don't know anything about the theft of the brooch, and I don't know anything about Guilford's murder.
Then we'll be holding you on the breaking and entering until that proves to be true.
What if I have information?
Like what?
No. I want a deal.
We can do what we can.
That guy you're looking for? Emerson?
Rodney Emerson.
I started following Victor Gaines around after Guilford turned up dead. He's chartered a boat down in Vineyard Haven Harbor.
And why were you following him?
And he was close to Guilford. I thought he might lead me to the brooch.
Well, how does this relate to Emerson?
I saw that Emerson guy hanging around Victor's boat.
Rodney Emerson? Police! Martha's Vineyard Police! Come on out!
Chief?
Rodney Emerson?
Yup.
If Victor's trying to clean up his mess, why leave a dead Emerson on a boat he rented?
Maybe because Victor's not the one who killed him.
I'd say he hasn't been dead very long, maybe 2 or 3 hours. Does that look familiar?
Yes, it does. Same ones we found on Willard. So now the Gazette peddles some gossip?
It wasn't my article, Jeff. I promise you, whatever I write about this story will be the whole truth. You have to trust me.
Do I?
Look, I don't know where this goes, but it's more background on Victor Gaines. Maybe there's something there.
I'll let you know what I find. sir. That's 6 months before the auction. Hey.
Guess what the burn marks are from?
What?
A stun gun. The measurement between the two marks on both Willard and Emerson matched the most common type of stun gun. That's an odd weapon of choice for a killer. Did you figure something out?
Maybe. But we need a confession. And for that, we need to find those emeralds.
How?
Red array at Phantom. Come on, let's take a drive.
Hey, you find something?
Lakshmi emeralds. And look.
Oh, Willard's boat.
Willard's note to Brett.
Let the brooch stay buried in the annals of time.
He had a way with words. We need to get on that boat.
He's at Pier 4 at the marina.
These are the keys to the annals of time?
Pretty good.
There she is.
You know, I must have been on this boat dozens of times when I was younger, and I just never knew what the annals of time meant.
Really? I thought you were a know-it-all back in high school.
No, I just knew more than you.
Mission to come aboard?
Granted.
Let's see. Ladies first.
So where would you hide a brooch?
Willard using the word buried makes me think it's under our feet.
Like a trapdoor?
Under a Persian rug. What do we have here? Jackpot.
Hey, Chelsea. Is Britt here?
Nope, she took off about 15 minutes ago.
Oh, she's already at the lighthouse.
Okay, well, let's head over there.
Hello, Zee.
Hi, we're just running to the lighthouse. Do you want to ride with us?
The lighthouse?
Yeah, you're meeting Britt there.
Am I?
Come on, let's go.
AJ? AJ?
Voicemail. Britt always answers her phone.
Chief, get a unit out to the North Cove Lighthouse. We're on our way.
I don't want to have to use this on you again. Just tell me where Willard hid the brooch.
I don't know.
He had to have told you.
I swear. He didn't. He didn't. Please.
Gaines isn't our guy, Chief. But while looking into him, I found some interesting information on the fields.
Jeff found a public notice that the fields were days away from having their assets seized. They're in massive debt to the IRS. They needed the money from the sale of that brooch.
Regina said she'd been mugged twice outside of her brownstone, but that she'd taken precautions. According to the local paper, she foiled a second mugging with a stun gun.
That's what was used on both Willard and Emerson.
Okay, we're on our way. Hold off until we get there.
Wait, Jeff, shouldn't we wait for backup?
Rick could be dead by then. Come on. Britt? Britt! Stay here.
Wait! We just want to talk. If you want to live, you'll get your friend Britt to do the same.
Leave it! Help her out. Let's talk. Like I said. Come on, get upstairs. Move! Both of you!
Britt!
Over there. The police are on their way. They know what happened and that it was you. Your accomplice, Rodney Emerson, was casing the hotel to steal the brooch when he saw Willard cut the power.
And why would Willard do that, huh? Unless he intended to steal the brooch for himself.
The three of you went to Willard's to search the place.
But he wouldn't give up the brooch, would he?
We were trying to get him to tell us where he'd hidden it.
He had a bad heart.
We didn't know that. We didn't mean to...
Kill him? Well, you did. That's grand theft and homicide.
Double homicide if you count Emerson.
And now you can add kidnapping to the charges.
Why did you take Britt?
He had to have told her where he'd hidden it.
He didn't, I swear.
Actually, Bryn, he did. His note he sent you with the flowers.
You mean about Clifford Moncrief?
He said the brooch was buried in the annals of time.
You remember Willard's sailboat?
Oh my gosh. Of course.
What are you babbling about?
The annals of time, his boat.
And guess what we found buried in it?
What?
Hey. Easy. It's in my pocket.
Give it here.
Untie Britt first.
Do it, Regina. Do it. Yeah, that's close enough.
It's okay, Freddie. What do you think I'm gonna do? You're the one with the gun. All I have is a $5 million brooch that you killed to get. So, here you go.
Stay back! Both of you!
Back up! On the ground, both of you, now!
What have you done?
What have you done?
Fields confirmed they met Emerson at Victor's auction house. And they killed him because he was trying to go to Victor, probably to give them up.
Ironic that they brought me here. Willard always called this place a light in the darkness.
Britt, you still have that card Willard sent you? We need to go back to the hotel. Come on. Willard loved word games. And this note is basically a riddle, all coded language. Now, Zee and I were able to figure out the first part.
About the brooch being hidden in the boat, but we also suspected that they wouldn't be the real Lakshmi emeralds.
Wait, you mean...
Willard told you that the brooch would be buried in the annals of time. And after that, there's this odd line about how you need to discard the transient and seek the true.
And transient had to be code for the fake brooch.
That's what you threw into the ocean?
So then where are the real Lakshmi emeralds?
For that, you have to return to the works of Clifford Moncrief. They are a light in the darkness. As soon as I heard you say that out at the lighthouse, I remembered where I saw the name Clifford Moncrief. In the confusion, after he cut the power, Willard must have hid the brooch here, in the lighthouse.
They never left the hotel.
You're incredible. Oh my gosh.
Hey.
Hi.
Is that...
Just a gift of my homemade tartar sauce. Oh, it smells so good. Chef Jeff. Batter. And did you chill these before you battered them?
You know, just because I wasn't born here doesn't mean I can't learn.
Okay, we're doing a blind taste test as soon as those clams are done.
Bring it, Madeiras. So, you never finished telling me, you know, about your engagement.
Well, after the invitations went out, we were gonna do it at the Pendray, of course. I found out that I wasn't the only woman in his life. And it almost destroyed me until I decided that it just didn't have to. And that this island is my home, and he wasn't welcome on it.
Good for you. Oh, jeez.
Oh, no.
Give it that one. Rookie move.
Oh, no.
How do we do this?
You close your eyes.
Seriously?
Close your eyes. You are not to be trusted. Okay.
Come on, it's a blind taste test. I can get a blindfold.
No, it's fine. I'll close my eyes. Right now, all right? Okay.
All right.
I'm ready for the next one.
Okay.
Well, I think, clearly, beyond a shadow of a doubt, they were both yours.
No!
Yes. You tried to fake me out. You tried to fake me out, but I know my tartar sauce.
Busted.
Yeah, you can't fake me out. Obviously.